Well, hello, annual conference members and guests. My name is Reverend Brian Siegle, and I'm the platform chairperson on the Annual Conference Planning Committee. Today, I'll be helping you get logged into the technology being used for annual conference this year. The team has been working very hard to help create something that feels more like a real annual conference in this virtual year. So there are two main components of the conference. There's the platform for conference material and the voting platform. Fortunately, these two are simply connected. What you will need are both the email you registered for conference with and the voting system code you have been provided. To begin, we'll start with the conference website, vaumc.org. And on the front page, there's an easy-to-find button to access annual conference session for members. There's also one here for guests, and that goes straight to the live stream session. The member button is where you need to go to log in to access materials. So once you click this member button, you end up here at this login. Enter the email you registered with here. For clergy, this is most likely your vaumc.org address. The first time you click continue, you will be asked to create a password. Don't lose this. Every other time, you'll just enter the password you made the first time and click continue. So on the left, you will see all the parts of the annual conference that you can access. We'll go back to some of those later. But to access and participate in any session, find the member agenda. Once you click that, at the top, you will see a list of dates. So click on the date corresponding to the session you are entering, for example, June 19th. The full agenda for the day will be listed. So click on the session, for example, the morning session. There may be information about that session down below, but at the top, there is a Join Now button. Click this, and a separate window will open that will ask you for another login. This is that numeric ID that you were given upon registration. As this screen opens, there may be another button asking to join audio by computer. Please click this to allow your ability to speak later. This window for the session contains two sides. The right side is the live action of annual conference, which is really a restricted Zoom session. Any speakers or videos will be seen there. On the left, you will see instructions and icons at the top. The eye, the information icon, takes you to the initial information screen. The chat icon allows you to signal that you would like to speak. At the bottom, where it says ask a question, is where you would enter the keywords listed here at the top. This is not a chat. It's looking for specific keywords to be listed. For example, if you wanted to ask a question, you would enter the word question into the ask a question box and wait for recognition. Once recognized, click the raise your hand button found here at the bottom and wait for your microphone to be unmuted by the technicians before speaking. As you begin speaking, please identify yourself by name, district, and church. Please do not click raise your hand until recognized. The documents icon at the top contains any important information that might be needed. You can see that it lists the book of reports. So in voting, when a particular vote opens, voting information will automatically appear on the left side where you can mark and record your vote. The countdown will appear on the right. You may change your vote during the voting time window. Only your choice selected when the time runs out will be recorded. Once the voting window closes, no changes to your vote is possible. One note, during the session, you can adjust these windows to better show what you need. You can make either side a larger portion. So you can make the information side larger, or you can make the Zoom session larger. The key to remember here is these little arrows that help you navigate back and forth. There are a couple of important things to note here. If you are on a mobile device, you will only be able to view and vote. You cannot speak. Two, if you have multiple computers logged in the same room, it generally works better to mute all but one to prevent audio issues. Now that the essentials are covered, let's get back to other cool stuff. Just click on the other tab or window in your browser, the one that you came from. It's still there. It's usually found up here at the top. You can click back and forth between these two windows as needed. But here are some really great features of Annual Conference this year that will help it feel more normal. One, you have a profile in the upper right corner. There's this little icon. You click this to quickly access other parts or to make changes in your profile. If you click Edit Profile, you can enter information about yourself and even upload a picture so the other attendees can find and see you more easily. If you update information, scroll to the bottom and click Save. The member agenda is how you get to the sessions like we talked about. Book reports is the book reports. Virtual displays. This is one of the coolest things on this platform. When you click this, you enter a virtual display space that mimics our in-person display hall when we are together. Each booth has information about their organization or their board, or there is information to see in each of these. And some of them, during breaks, will have live chats available with vendors. So that is a really interesting feature of our conference this year. For example, Methodist Communications. There's all this information that you can see here. Also, here is where you find the ability to sign on to petitions that have been given. People attending. This is a list of people who are attending. This is where updating your profile helps. Speakers is information about each of the speakers. Event information is general information documents that may help you navigate through things. The annual conference offering offers detailed information about the annual conference offering, as well as ways to do a direct online giving list. The other tab you have over here is announcements. This is where there are any important announcements that need to be contributed or communicated to attendees. Any announcement will also activate a little dot up here at the top where it says update. So this is important. This update now refreshes the page if there's been any changes to make sure that the information you have is the most current information. This announcement list also shows up here. So to go back to the live session and voting, you just click back to your tab and you're back to your live session. Again, I would recommend keeping both open because it would make it easier to get around between the two. If you do accidentally close something, don't worry about it. Just go back through the login process again and start over all over again. Really can't mess anything up. Just start over. That is the annual conference this year. See, easy. I'll see you there.